Well, you've been really active since 2017, doing a lot of activities and been participating in them. Let us about which activity you've done in one of these events that really impacted you, and also tell us about funny anecdote that happened.
I had the chance to attend World Wellness Weekend in France at the beginning, in Belgium also. But one of the biggest impressions of my life were in Spain and in Japan. Spain
Mhm.
in 2023, Japan in 2024. In Spain, I joined the team with Lucia, Sandra, Susana, who came specially from Madrid, and we were all in Marbella. Uh, and there were so many activities, really. Over 1,800
Wow.
fun-free activities in a matter of 3 days, with over 150 venues participating. We couldn't see
Wow.
them all, but we went to a school. I forgot the name of the school. I'm sorry, but I'm sure Lucia can help with that um, as you finalize this interview, because I wouldn't want to miss the name of that school. That school welcomed over 700 kids, not from only their school, but also 6 or 7 other schools around. And it was beautiful weather, like you can imagine in La Costa del Sol, Marbella. They were all waiting in the big, um, the place on the ground floor where they do recess and they play
Mhm.
football and basketball and whatever. So it's a huge place, and they were all there sitting. And when we arrived from the entrance through a corridor and into the place where they have recess, wow, 700 kids, small niños, teenagers, a little bit moody, hey. But the kids were super excited to be there. The teenagers were like, oh, do we really have to be there? And they had a special workshop of yoga de la risa, laughter yoga. He, ho, 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 hey, ole, ole, ole. And at first you get into the thing and then you start laughing and laughing, and it releases the endorphin, serotonin, and oxytocin that we were talking about. So it really works. The TV was there, TV Marbella was there. It was really a very powerful and moving moment. The other activity in Marbella that was really powerful was when we met with CADI, the association that takes care of kids and young
Mhm.
adults with disabilities. And we go to the beach, and they have a surf activity for kids with disabilities. They go from the wheelchair to the surfboard. How does that happen? Well, of course, someone is taking care of them. There's a guide, a coach, and they go there, and they're starting to go onto the wave. It's not a big wave, and I see them with their smile, and they're moving. They're super happy, and then bloop, they go in the water. So I don't know if they can swim. So of course they're helped and they go back on the board. And after catching their breath, again, they're super happy to be there and they want to do it again.
Wow.
It's remarkable. We do this one weekend a year. They do this around the year. The other big and very impressive activities in Japan were we went to many cities. One
Mhm.
city in the north, in the island of Hokkaido, is called Higashikawa. It's not a big city, but it is a city with a purpose. The mayor has done a partnership with a company called R Body, the letter R Body, so that the instructors, the fitness instructors, give workshops for the kids at school, for the teenagers in college, for the people working in companies, for the elderly in senior homes, so that everyone, no matter what their age, can be as comfortable with their body, with their musculoskeletal system, not having back problems, having issues walking around, vitality as you want it. And
Mhm.
it is an amazing city that has been voted as the most pleasant city in Japan.
Wow.
Tokyo is not happy about it, but Higashikawa is very happy about it. Then we went to Hiroshima, the city that the world knows for the atomic bomb. There is a memorial.
Mm.
Everything has been wiped out except a monument that has not been touched. We went there silently. We didn't say World Wellness Weekend. We did not. This is a
Mhm.
memorial. So what we did very silently was wellness for all, not forgetting what happened, hoping for no one else to ever drop a nuclear bomb on anyone else. And we had a walk and we spoke. And it's a city that is not still crying over its past. It's a city that's moving into the future
Mhm.
with very active people, buoyant with innovation, and but a city where, they don't forget and they go ahead and they promote peace. Wellness for all, peace for all, mental peace, and we need more of that. Peace
Mhm.
inside and peace in the world. And the last place last two, very quickly. One was Odawara.
1 minute.
They have a long beach
Yeah.
under the highway, so it's not super pretty, but they have a beautiful beach. We had a cleanup because it was World Cleanup Day at the time, and then we were joined by sumos, the big
Wow.
guys. Yes. And sumos arrived, and because we were on the beach, they made the circle and they invited people to come and push them. And people tried to push them, they could not. Kids tried to push them, and you were so many kids trying to push one sumo. That was fantastic. The last memory that I have about World Wellness Weekend in Japan was at the end of an amazing day. World Wellness Weekend is always on 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, except in the city of it's going to come back. Karatsu. And
Mhm.
Karatsu is on another island. So we went from the north to the south. And Karatsu City added a fourth day because Monday, following the World Wellness Weekend, when everyone was done, everyone had celebrated. I had traveled so much. They had a silver weekend, and Monday was an off day. And Tomoko organized a fantastic event with dance and the drums and everything. And we finished with a beautiful yoga session and then a guided relaxation. It was in Japanese. I didn't get a lot of what she said, but it was so peaceful. And the day was coming down and the lights were going up. It was beautiful in a very old um, place over 700 years old with a Japanese garden. It was beautiful. And then we just crossed the street and we went on the beach. And Tomoko said, Jean-Guy-san, please say World Wellness Weekend Karatsu. And I said, really? Yeah. And we make video. So with Tomoko, we said World Wellness Weekend Karatsu. And then there were fireworks in the sky. A perfect way to end. You asked for a few examples of funny things very quickly. Have you ever done yoga with cats? It happened with World Wellness Weekend. Did
Wow.
you ever take part of a World Wellness Weekend dog walk, WWWALK, with people, members of the David Lloyd clubs, over 100 clubs in the UK decided to also have wellness with their dogs? So there's a lot of this. In Taiwan, they had beer yoga. So you do beer, no, you don't do beer. You do yoga
Celebrated.
with a beer that is 0%, 0%. So you have the taste of the beer, you don't have the alcohol, and they do all kinds of warrior poses, and they have to hold the beer and keep the balance. And then, they have a little sip. I could go on and on. Last year, and people can check on wellmap.org if they go to media or press, I think it's media,
Mhm.
they will see that the press release with as many activities that we found really meaningful, important around the world, they were classified region by region. The press release was not a one-pager. It was not a two-pager. It was a book of over 70 pages with activities from around the world. And if people
Oh,
wanted to learn more, they could click on the name of the property, arrive on the website, and see what they are doing, not only on World Wellness Weekend, but around the year. And this is why World Wellness Weekend is not just a 3-day event on the third weekend of September. It's a movement that is continuing. And every year, there's not just one weekend, there's 52 weekends of wellness.